He's not flashy, he doesn't dance on TikTok, he doesn't post Lamborghini selfies, and yet he's taken over world football before turning 22. Jude Bellingham didn't just arrive. He changed the entire definition of a modern midfielder, and today, you're about to discover how. His journey didn't begin with scouts or agents. It began in the muddy parks of West Midlands. No fancy boots, no spotlight, no shortcuts. Just a kid, a football, and an obsession. He watched his father grind for goals in forgotten leagues. And that grit, it stuck with him. It built the fire that Real Madrid fans cheer for today. This story has no scandals, no controversies, no transfer drama, only raw talent, grown the hard way, the long way, the lonely way. And that's what makes it so powerful. Because Bellingham's rise isn't just a football story, it's a blueprint. For every kid watching from a small town, for every athlete overlooked by the big clubs, this is proof that character still matters. That football IQ still matters. That being different works. So, how did a from Birmingham reject Premier League money, dominate Germany, lead England, and then conquer the biggest club in history? Let's rewind the tape. This is the untold story of Jude Bellingham. Jude Victor William Bellingham was born in 2003. He didn't grow up rich, but he grew up focused. His father, Mark, was a police officer by day and a non-league footballer by night. 700 goals scored while raising a family. That work ethic bled into Jude's blood. He didn't see his dad lift trophies, he saw him lace up after 10-hour shifts. He saw pain, purpose, and persistence that mattered more than medals. Because it taught Jude this. Real footballers aren't made in academies, they're made in discomfort. At just 7, he joined Birmingham City's youth setup. Immediately, coaches noticed something different. Not his size, not his speed, his mindset. He didn't smile during drills. He didn't celebrate small wins. He wanted more, always more. By 13, he was captain in kids older than him. By 15, he was outplaying grown men in training. He studied the game relentlessly, watched hours of midfield legends. Not to copy them, but to understand them, positioning, angles, transitions. He was playing chess while others kicked the ball. And at 16, he got his shot. Birmingham gave him a senior debut, and he looked ready. Not just ready to play, ready to lead. He scored, he tackled, he commanded. He made headlines across England. And within months, every club came knocking. Premier League giants offered millions. But Jude said no. Not because he was scared, but because he was smart. He chose Germany. He chose Dortmund. He chose growth over glory. It shocked the media. Why leave England so young? But Jude wasn't chasing comfort. He was chasing challenge. In Germany, he learned faster, played harder, became sharper. Dortmund made him tougher. Against Bayern, Leipzig, Leverkusen, he learned how to fight, to press, pivot, punish. He didn't just survive in the Bundesliga, he became its heartbeat. At just 18, he was captain before he could legally drink. That wasn't luck, that was leadership. Even grown professionals followed his voice, because he earned it. Every training session, every tackle, every minute. Champions League nights became his stage. Against Holland, Messi, De Bruyne, he didn't back down. He rose up, scoring, assisting, dominating midfields twice his age, and the world finally took notice. Then came the call, Real Madrid, the biggest club in history. And Jude said yes. He didn't hesitate. Because he knew. He was ready, and so did they. The Bernabeu doesn't just welcome anyone, it demands legends. And Jude walked in like he belonged. He wore number 5, Zidane's number. Not to imitate, but to elevate, and he did. His debut, a goal, his first El Clasico. He wasn't just performing, he was leading. In a team of Galacticos, it was the 20-year-old who ran the show, and fans chanted his name across Spain. He didn't shrink in white, he expanded. Modric trusted him, Cruz praised him, Ancelotti unleashed him, and Bellingham delivered, over and over, with elegance and grit. Madrid made him global, but Jude never changed. Still the same humble kid. Still the same silent killer. He doesn't beg for spotlight, he steals it with performance, game after game. Jude Bellingham isn't just a star, he's a symbol, a reminder that you don't need gimmicks to make it. You don't need tattoos, Lambos, or 10 million followers. You need work rate, you need focus, and you need to believe in yourself when nobody else does. Kids in England wear his name with pride. Not because he's flashy, but because he's real. Because he shows that intelligence, respect, and humility can still win in modern football. He's the player parents love, and the baller future stars copy. He speaks fluent football, across languages, styles, and systems. Whether it's Southgate's England, Ancelotti's Madrid, or Dortmund's counter-press chaos, Jude adapts instantly. That's what makes him world-class. His rise has made midfielders sexy again. Before, the spotlight was on strikers. Now kids want to be number 22, they want to control matches, not just finish them. They want to pass, press, lead, Jude made that cool again. Even off the pitch, he's different. No scandals, no diva attitude. He visits youth clubs, signs every shirt, takes time with fans, because he knows he was that kid once. And he'll never forget that. He doesn't chase followers. He builds. Respect. His Instagram isn't a fashion show. It's a timeline of milestones. He posts after matches, not for clout, but for gratitude. To thank fans, teammates, coaches. When asked who inspires him, he didn't say Ronaldo or Messi. He said, "My dad." That tells you everything. He hasn't been blinded by fame. He remembers his roots, his why, and that's what keeps him grounded. Sponsorships came: Adidas, EA Sports, global brands. But Jude didn't sell out. He chose partners that aligned with his values. Quality over quantity. Substance over hype. He doesn't just wear the badge, he elevates it. Even the legends are watching. Steven Gerrard called him the future of England. Zidane said he's already better than most midfielders in history. Pundits try to compare him, but Jude's writing a whole new category. He's not the next anyone. He's the first Jude Bellingham, and maybe that's his greatest achievement. He didn't follow the template, he broke it. From Birmingham to Dortmund to Madrid, from teenager to leader, from unknown to unstoppable, all by age 21. So what's next? World domination, Ballon d'Or, another Champions League title, maybe, but for Jude it's not about silverware, it's about impact. He wants to make football better, cleaner, smarter, more honest. He meant young players in Madrid's academy. He watches film with the U17s. He doesn't just lead the first team, he lifts the future, too. That's rare. He could easily be arrogant, but arrogance is loud. Confidence is quiet, and Jude is the quiet storm every team fears. He's not shouting his greatness. He's proving it, game by game, minute by minute. In training, he's first to arrive, last to leave. He trains like he's still fighting for a spot, even though his name is printed on millions of jerseys. That's not normal. That's obsession. That's legacy building. He studies Kroos, Xavi, Vieira, not to mimic, to improve. He takes notes, records match clips. He's crafting a hybrid, old school work ethic, new school athleticism. And then, there's the England dream. He doesn't just want to win with England, he wants to change England, make them feared again, make them winners. And he knows that pressure. It's his to carry. Euros, World Cups, Wembley. Jude's not playing to participate. He's playing to own it. And when he stares down the anthem, he's not overwhelmed. He's on mission mode, focused, locked in, ready. It's not if he wins the Ballon d'Or, it's when. Because awards chase performance, and Bellingham's consistency is unreal. There are no off days, no excuses, only execution. And the scariest part, he's still growing. Stronger, smarter, sharper. He's not plateauing, he's ascending, like a rocket with no ceiling. And the world is watching in awe, because every time you think that was his peak, he drops a new performance. A better assist, a deeper run, a cleaner tackle. He's not chasing greatness, he's redefining it. In real Elton, there will be doubters. There always are. But Bellingham doesn't argue. He doesn't tweet back. He works. And that work, it speaks volumes. He plays with joy, but not for entertainment. He plays to win. And that competitive edge, it infects the team. Madrid believes more with him. England plays freer with him. That's leadership. Ask any coach. He's the glue. He connects defenders to forwards, fans to players, trophies to possibility. He's not just a midfielder. He's the center of gravity. And years from now, when documentaries are made, and statues are built, and kids wear number 22, people will ask, how did it all begin? And the answer will always be, character. Because talent opens the door, but character walks through it. That's the Jude Bellingham formula. Hard work, high IQ, heart. In a sport drowning in noise, he's the calm in the chaos, and the storm when it's needed. So next time you watch Jude Bellingham play, don't just watch the passes. Watch the eyes, the timing, the tracking, the leadership without shouting. That's greatness in motion, unfiltered, unforced, unstoppable. He's not here for seasons. He's here for eras, and we're witnessing the beginning of it. A player who doesn't just follow legends, he becomes one. One pass at a time, one match at a time. If you've ever doubted hard work, if you've ever felt overlooked, if you've ever wanted proof that patience pays off, just look at Jude Bellingham. He's your answer. He's your proof. He's your inspiration. From the muddy pitches of Birmingham to the white walls of the Bernabeu, he's walked the road less traveled. No shortcuts, no scandals, just sweat and sacrifice. And now, he's rewriting football history. This is more than a story, this is a legacy. In real time, so if you're watching, don't blink. Because the Jude Bellingham era has only just begun. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next.